What's going on, everyone? Thank you for choosing to spend a couple more moments of your time with me and watch another Diecast Emporium video. As you can tell from the title of this video, this will be a two-pronged one. First, we're going to look at a custom model attachment that I had made by my good friend David, or DG2_construction_company on Instagram. If you're not following him, be sure to do so. And the second part of this video, I will be answering the questions that you guys submitted to me about a week or so ago on the Ask Me Anything post on my Instagram page. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this and see what's inside. And I am extremely excited to get this. You guys know how much I love road construction equipment. And this little attachment that I had him make is very exciting. So basically what this is, it's a custom-made, obviously, coal planer for bobcats and skid steers in 1:50 scale. It's got a nice little rubber piece here. It's painted in black, which looks great. And it just sits over top of a bobcat. In this case, I have a Norscot S750. And it just sits over the front of the bucket itself. Kind of give you a quick 360-degree view of it. Very impressed, David. Looks even better in person. Thank you again, man. Looks absolutely awesome. So, we'll go ahead and leave that in the frame. And go ahead here and answer some of your guys' questions. So the first question is from LI_Diecast. How many models do I have? And I don't know. That is a good question. I don't know exactly how many models I have. Too many. Probably somewhere between 450 to 500 individual pieces of modeling. So, too many. Quite a lot. But thank you for the question anyway. Next question, Riverside_excavation asks, what is your favorite equipment brand? Good question, Caterpillar. What is my favorite model brand? Classic Construction Models. CTR_excavation asks, and I know a couple people asked this, your favorite model in your first model? Well, my first model was a Norscot 1:32 scale Cat 226 skid steer loader that I purchased with my paper route money in 1998. I will never forget that day. That was a very, very cool model, and I still own that to this day. And as far as my favorite model goes, I always hated that question. It's way too hard to come up with one. It's probably easier to ask what my least favorite model is, and everybody knows what that is, so I'm not going to say. Probably my favorite model would be the TWH 7495 HF electric rope shovel. Right now, that's probably my favorite. A couple more questions here. DirtDauber_Diecast on Instagram asked, how, why, when did you start collecting construction models? How? Well, let's start with why, I guess, because that probably leads into it. Just something I've always been fascinated with as a boy. Spent a lot of time with my grandpa and uncle when I was younger, who one of them worked for the city of Buffalo in the garage, so I was around equipment a lot when I was little, and it fascinated me. And my uncle ran equipment for the contracting company that he worked for. When, if you want to get technical, probably that day in 1998 is when I started collecting, because I haven't stopped since. So, a few good questions there. Alberton_Diecast_collector asked, what was my first model? Like I said, that was a 226 Bobcat. My favorite model, you also want to know my favorite model, the 7495 HF electric rope shovel. And last but not least, J&R Contracting, also on Instagram, asked, what other hobbies do you have? Not as much as I used to have. I used to be an avid paintballer and airsoft player. Used to love going to movies, just kind of hanging out with friends, pretty much doing anything you used to do, or anything a normal teenager would do. Now that I'm into my 20s and work has kind of taken over, this is pretty much the only hobby that I've kept up with. So, I mean, I get out to see a movie every once in a while, and I go out and shoot some guns, but since I do that for work, it's really not a hobby for me anymore to go to a range. It's no longer a stress reliever. It's more of just, I've just spent 3 days doing this. This is the last place I want to be kind of thing. And I know some of you will understand how that goes. So probably the best hobby that I have is sleeping, because that is few and far between. Anytime I get just time to chill and decompress and not really think about things that matter, usually is the time that I'm spent doing this stuff, which I thoroughly enjoy, and it's been a lot of fun. So we'll wrap it up there, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope I answered your questions. I hope I answered most of your questions anyway. And if you like it, let me know. Comment below, and I might do another one of these Q&A sessions in the future. But for now, that's it, guys. So once again, a special thank you to David for making this awesome milling machine attachment that goes on the front of the Bobcats in 1:50 scale. It looks absolutely fantastic. So thank you again, man. For the rest of you guys, thank you for tuning in. Be safe as always, and we'll see you in the next Emporium video. Take care, guys.